In this interview with Dr. Padma Raju, she's explaining what Panchakarma is and how it acts as a guide for a long, healthy, and happy life.
I'm Padma Raju. Ayurveda means learning about life. Ayu means life. Veda means science. The science which tell about the life, lifespan, longevity is called Ayurveda.
So, this science of life, it has a special treatment called Panchakarma. What is Panchakarma?
Pancha means five. Karma means therapies. The five-fold therapy to eliminate the toxins from the body, which are accumulated from the past, present, and future. The five methods include Vamana, Virechana, Basti, Nasya, Raktamokshana. Vamana, emission, Virechana, purgation, Basti, enema, Basti is called enema. Nasya means elimination of toxins through nasal orifice from the skull above the clavicle. Raktamokshana is one of the last treatment, which is bloodletting through leeches, etc. In this Panchakarma, before we do fivefold therapy, as the doshas are accumulated all over the body, we need to get the toxins into one place. From there, we can easily remove the accumulated toxins from the body through the nearest orifice.
Ah, okay. You get the toxins into one place and then remove it.
Yes. So for that, we need to do Purva Karma, which is called the Abhyangas, Takradharas, and all the other treatments. Then all these external treatments like external bastis and all will bring all the toxins to one place, and from there we remove the toxins, flush out the toxins through bastis and other treatments.
Dr. Padma Raju explains the different ways of eliminating accumulated toxins from the body. Following successful treatments, you will likely feel the body as light and energized, and your mind will be clear as well as your senses awakened. To achieve this, you will need to do your best in following the treatments given to you, and that might include leeches. Dr. Padma Raju clarifies that leeches are not all the same. Okay, can the leech only take bad blood, or does it take blood generally?
Actually, there are different leeches. The medicinal leech, there is one leech which is used for this purpose, takes the bad blood.
Panchakarma heals as well as prevent disease. Dr. Raju explains the main principles of Ayurveda. You use the term dosha. What is dosha?
There are three different doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Depending on our physiology and our activities, they are balanced or imbalanced. When it is in a balanced state, we are healthy. When the Vata, Pitta, Kapha are imbalanced, then we tend to have diseases, different diseases, and we try to balance these doshas and keep good health.
And the doctor in Ayurveda is not called a doctor, it's called a Vaidya. What is the role of a Vaidya?
A Vaidya is very important and his role is very important in the treatment. Dakshas Tirthartha Shastrartho Dushtakarma Shuchir Bhishak. There are four pillars necessary for the treatment. They are Bhishak, Dravya, Upasthata, Rogi. Bhishak, Dravya, Upasthata, Rogi, Pada, Chatushtayam. They are the four pillars. Bhishak means the Vaidya, Dravya means the medicine, Upasthata is the assistant, the technician, and Rogi is the patient. These four are the pillars for the treatment. In this, the Vaidya's role is very, very important. because he leads the uh, treatment, and everything depends on his decision and how to act according to the physiology of the patient. So, always a Vaidya should be Daksha, means efficient. A Vaidya should always be efficient of every situation. He must be able to treat the disease with the available medications. He should not wait until the medication is available or like that. He should have the available medications, or he should treat with the available medications. Shastra means he should be a learned man. He should learn the Shastra, he should learn the science. Dushtakarma, he should have practical knowledge, not just studying and reading, but he should have a practice. He should have a practical knowledge. Then Shuchi. Shuchi means pure in speech and mind. This is the role of a Vaidya. And the next thing is Dravya. Bahugunam Bahukalpam Sampannam Yogyam Aushadham, which means it should have many qualities. The herb should have many qualities. It can be used in many formulae, should be available abundantly, which is suitable. And the third person is the technician, which is Upastata. Anurakta Shuchir Daksho. The technician should be attached, faithful to the patient, affectionate, clean and pure in body, mind, and speech, efficient in work, and intelligent. And the fourth one is Rogi. He is the important person, also the patient. Adhyo Rogi Bhishak Vashyo Gnapakaha Satvavanapi. The patient must be a wealthy patient, obedient, and surrendered to the doctor, surrendered to the Vaidya. Should have good memory, strong willpower. These are the roles to be performed to go for a treatment.
The Ayurvedic classics are written in Sanskrit as poetic songs for us to remember and the Vaidya to learn. Referring to the Vaidya as a male does not mean that the Vaidya must be a man. Padma Raju belongs to a lineage of Ayurvedic doctors, both male and female, and she started her own family clinic in 2001. She has been trained from 7 years old to perform the gentle pulse diagnosis and to mix the secret remedies used in the treatments. The Rajus do no longer know exactly when the knowledge was given to them, or the secret recipes that might change your constitution from a health gone wrong to a body at the right vital track. Whether the medicines you are given has gold or diamonds in them or not, what you need to take and the treatments you are asked to follow are decided by the specific pulse diagnosis.
Pulse is the thing which tells you about everything. Pulse is one of the powerful tools to know about yourself. Pulse is called as Jeeva Sakshani. Karasya Angushta Mule Ya Dhamani Jeeva Sakshini. It means the artery which is residing near the root of the thumb, radial artery, is Jeeva Sakshini. Jeeva Sakshini means the evidence of life, whether there is life in that body or not. That is the evidence. Usually, when a person to be examined, whether he is alive, we see the pulse. That is the evidence of life. Not only evidence of life, also all the things like disease, health, abnormalities, etc., good, bad, and future of the health. Past can also be predicted. Any disorders through the hereditary factors can also be checked through pulse.
Is there any limit to what you can see?
There are doshas, subdoshas, and so many qualities of how it works and what are their qualities. So, depending on that, and also on the time of the day, at what time are you observing the pulse, and also the age of the person, at what age are you examining the pulse? Depending on all these calculations, a Vaidya can decide what that kind of imbalance can lead to.
Is this knowledge written in Sanskrit?
Yes, this is written in Sanskrit. Actually, Sanskrit is the mother language for many languages. So, this origin came from Sanskrit, and earlier the language was Sanskrit. So, everybody were speaking in Sanskrit, and the scripts were written in Sanskrit.
How can this knowledge be inherited? Because that is what I've heard, that you have also inherited this knowledge.
Actually, everyone cannot be expertise in everything. But this has come in our family through generations. We don't even remember how many generations, but there are many generations who were following this same diagnosis, treatments, and all. And this has been passed into the family, and we are all doing it since our childhood, and we are all practicing. So, the practice has made us more eligible for this. And so, whatever is practiced, it is very easy to perform. And if you ask us to do something in software or something, we cannot. If we try, we might, but cannot be expertise. So, from the generations, it is in our family. So we can do it very easily. And from 7 years of age, we train the child how to practice, how to prepare the medications. There are so many rules and regulations, and the Anupanas, what means the combinations with what kind of medication, what kind of Anupana means the side medicine you have to take to pacify and to balance the doshas. So this is what we train the child from the beginning.
This means that you also train your children, or they will become doctors?
Yes, whatever they become, it is up to them, but this is there in their blood, so they have to continue this. So we are training them from now onward with the Sanskrit, with the shlokas, with Ayurveda, and with the banana treatment procedures, and all this.
And now you mentioned banana treatment. What is that?
If we consider men and women, women have two organs, like two ashayas. One is garbhashaya and another one is thana. Thana means breast, and garbhashaya is the uterus, which helps in reproduction. And this is a very important organs for a woman to give birth to another soul. And there are so many abnormalities in this. There are cysts formed in this, there are blockages in the tubes, and some women, which is called MRKH syndrome, they don't have uterus, tubes, ovaries, and vagina by birth. So, these for this kind of disease, there is no treatment in any other system. And banana treatment is proving many of our patients have formed the uterus, formed the tubes, ovaries, and vagina through this treatment. And recently, a 40-year-old woman also had formed this and had gone through the cycle for the first time very recently. So, banana treatment does miracles and wonders. This has been coming in our family since generations and is passing through through us to the other generations to help women. Women plays an important role for the family to build up, and it is for the well-being of a woman.
So this is a special treatment that is only available in your family.
There are other medications also, but banana treatment is followed in our family only. And we have to follow many many rules and regulations to follow this, to prepare this, and to give this. So this has to be followed in a very strict manner.
Is it like a principle for you to then keep it secret?
Actually, this is from our forefathers, don't know from which generation, but they wanted it to be free because women in those days, especially in India, they don't have proper support and money to support themselves, to take care of themselves. Always they take care of the family, but for them there was very much of, they used to not concentrate much on themselves. So our forefathers have decided to give this as a free medication for the women. So those who practice this from the 7 years of age, and those who are able to follow these rules, we can teach them how to give. And those who are following it without any greediness and only doing for the welfare of the woman, for them we are passing it. You can have two banana treatments consecutively in 2 months, one after the other, to cleanse the two ovaries. But if you need it more, then you might need more banana treatments also.
So when a patient comes and is on medication from Western medicine already, does that mean that they have to stop that medication during the treatment?
We don't ask them to stop it completely because once the body gets used to something, it takes its own time to come out of it. So we should not stop it completely because it's a shock to the body when we stop it immediately. So Ayurveda slowly reduces the dosage of the Western medicine and slowly improve the health, and then slowly it will stop the medication. So it takes some time to stop the medication.
Is Panchakarma a religious treatment?
This is a very good question because Panchakarma is all, Ayurveda is always in the Sanskrit language and related with the Brahma and the other devatas, but it is not at all a religious treatment. Is health religious? No. Is food religious? Do they say that this kind of food is good for this religion and this kind of food? The same way, the herbs. It is not religious. All the herbs are meant for every mankind. So, this is not at all religious. Ayurveda teaches how to eat, how to improve your life. So, here no religion comes. It might be adopted by some religious texts and some religious people who have written it in Sanskrit, and it has come directly from the creator. Brahma Smrutva Aisho Veda. Brahma. Brahma is the creator. Creator in the sense he, that is a force. So Brahma has recollected about Ayurveda before the mankind's evolution, because all these diseases which are right now are arising, for all of them there are treatments in Ayurveda. So before the evolution of the disease, we have the treatments. That means a force has created the knowledge. That force we call as Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. But this is not religious, these are the forces which have created the treatments, the solutions. Ayurveda is the easiest, simplest, and very economic among all because it is mainly based on prevention. If we are following guidelines and daily routine and proper seasonal routine, then the health is maintained. The age old medicine and properly proven healthcare system. This is mostly depending on this. The Ayurveda sh- tells us about the age old system of uh, uh, the prevention, and it is already there in the nature. So, for example, there are so many street dogs which are not taken care by. But when there is some problem in the dog eats a particular leaf and vomits by itself and cures itself. The nature gives us the knowledge how to take care of ourselves. So, the man is the most intelligent creature which has been created by the Brahma. So, already the nature has created the solution for his disease. But there is a gap between the nature and the man to reach that and follow that. So, finding a proper Vaidya and the solution for the treatment and the medication for the treatment is the most important thing.
How often should you do a Panchakarma?
Usually, it can be yearly once, and also it depends on the physiology whenever it is required and wherever the toxins are accumulated. But if you follow the proper daily routine, toxins will not be accumulated very much. Then PK once a year or once in 2 years is okay. Some simple fundamentals like daily Abhyanga, early to bed and early to rise, and light breakfast, good lunch, and light dinners. All the seasonal foods and seasonal fruits, sipping hot water, taking Smriti. Smriti is one of the very good Rasayana for the mind and body. Shodhana Vati, which is to eliminate the day to day toxins, and Nasika. Nasika is the nasal drops for your nostrils. Regularly, if you follow this yearly once or once in 2 years of Panchakarma is suggested.
Abhyanga, what is that?
Skin is the biggest organ of our body. If we treat the skin properly, because for any kind of disturbances, climatic conditions, skin is the one which is affected first, and then through the skin it goes into the blood and up to the bone marrow. So all the seven dhatus depend on how we treat the skin. So when we treat the skin properly through the medicated oils up to the bone marrow and the shukra, which is the reproductive dhatu, will will be strengthened through these herbs and the oil. And skin is protected, and all the other organs are protected through the skin. Daily massage in the upward direction is very important for every human being.
How do you see the future for Ayurveda?
I see a great future for Ayurveda because everybody is understanding the value of their life and how to prevent the diseases before they attack them. So people are more aware of the general health to be maintained properly. So Ayurveda, they understand now that Ayurveda is the easiest and very economic solution for their health and well-being. So I see in future that most of the people follow Ayurveda and prevent the disease before it comes. If we are following guidelines and daily routine and proper seasonal routine, then the health is maintained very easily. This is the age old medicine and properly proven healthcare system. So people will notice that and realize that Ayurveda is going to work very efficiently. So everybody will adopt Ayurveda in future.
Thank you so much, Dr. Padma Raju.
Thank you very much, Mariana.